It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
That's the reason we fall for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
First down, Mayfield. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
A gain of 14.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Connection made with Chenault. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
First down, Browns.
They go play action. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd down.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Mike 57. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Check. Hawk 70. Jumping.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
The ball carrier.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Nice 57.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Mixon with a first down carry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Following the interception, Mayfield. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he gets us up just shy of the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Cleveland.
From the gun, here's Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 6.
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Play fake. Mayfield. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
First down.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield, throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
18 on the play. First down, Browns.
They'll run here with Swift. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He's brought down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Baker going to keep this himself. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Mayfield on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
HastaLaV1ct0r1a's.
His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Bengals nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 18.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Let's see what you got. Back. Hey, alert 3.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was staying in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
57, Mike 57. Hey,
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now the rookie 2nd-round pick, it's A.J. Dillon with it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Bengals drive about to get going, and the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 48.
Can't be
And
denied,
he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. On the return, Phillips. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 47. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
At the 20-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Swift. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe have the trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Play action now. Here's Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The football, and the Bengals grab it. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, and he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll find the rookie from Clemson, T. Higgins. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Check. Crunch. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 18 run.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Cougar 19, 43. Check, 43. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll give it to Mixon. And the Bengals are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Is good. Makes the score Browns 14, Bengals 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's second down.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side of these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Back to 60. Let's go, let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. 57 the mark, 57 the mark. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. It's free, 57.
Now it's Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
T. Higgins was the intended target.
And it's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
57, Mike, 57.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
At the 49-yard line.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. A good pickup there, 20 yards.
At the 33-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now Burrow. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Hustle.
So that'll back him up 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
2nd and goal at the Browns' 3-yard line.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
He was brought down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones, and it's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the double pressure.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 33. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
57, Mike, 57. 57's the Mike, Mike 57. In your face. Liking 18. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 9, check 9. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
First down, here's Burrow. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 36 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Burrow will throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 6 yards away. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the fourth quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
Play fake. Mayfield.
This is Chenault on the receiving end.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Connection made with Chenault. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Gain of 4.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First down, Browns.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side They said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Mayfield. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense.
Now Ball loses the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. We've got a one-score game with inside. Of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
At the 47-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And finally down at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space. There's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle. And, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's bring it. Patch it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The Colts leading tackler in 2019, Anthony Walker, gets another one there.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Cincinnati...